We're going to look at one of my cars in a bit more detail today, and that car is going to be my Grasshopper 2 Super G Tribute on a DT01 chassis. I'm calling it a hybrid. So what exactly is this car? Well, it's a DT01 chassis with a Mad Bull shell on it. And it has a few cosmetic tweaks to make it look like a Grasshopper 2 Super G. It's been done before. If you're experienced in Tamiya, you'll have seen these before. If you're new to the hobby or you're returning to the hobby after a bit of a layoff like myself, you probably won't have seen them. So why did I want to do it? Well, back in 1989, I had a Grasshopper 2 Super G. I bought it brand new. It's the only brand new kit I've ever had. I had lots of fun with it. It was a great wee car, and I probably sold it or swapped it for something else. I don't really remember, to be honest. But when I got back into the hobby, I thought to myself, well, I wouldn't mind getting one again, probably for nostalgic reasons. But I quickly found that they're now quite rare, and if you do find one, they're very expensive, or they're in really bad condition, or both. So I kind of gave up on that idea. And then I was happened to be watching Tamiya Legends, a YouTube channel, which is a great channel, and you should check it out. And Glenn, the guy who runs the channel, he was making a mashup of a Mad Bull and a Grasshopper 2 Super G. And I just thought it was fantastic, a really great idea. It looked great, and I actually said in the comments that Tamiya should bring this out as an official kit. I think it would sell an absolute bundle. But that video really inspired me to do this car. I thought, right, I could do that no problem, and just stick the buggy wheels on it rather than the big Mad Bull wheels, and it would look just like the original Grasshopper 2 Super G. So that's what I did, and this is what we have now. So how did I put it together? Well, the first thing you will need is a DT01 chassis. So you can either get a Mad Bull or a Fighter Buggy RX, and they both have the same chassis. Now the Mad Bull obviously comes with a Mad Bull shell on it, which is what I have used here. But Mad Bulls tend to keep their money quite well, and they're a lot more expensive than the Fighter Buggy RX. Even though if you do buy a Fighter Buggy RX, you obviously have to then buy a Mad Bull shell. But the Mad Bull shell is, a brand new Mad Bull shell is about £9, so it's not a big deal. So I got this Fighter Buggy RX off eBay second hand for, I think it was about £45, which I thought was really good. And if you look at the chassis is actually in really good condition. It's almost mint, and it was also fully ball raced, which was another bonus. So the next thing I had to do was get the actual shell, and as I say, it's a Mad Bull shell. It's very similar to the Grasshopper 2 shell. There's just a bit of a difference at the front here to accommodate the different suspension. As I say, it's about £9 to buy one. They come white, but I sprayed it white anyway just to get a bit of experience in spraying a hard body, which I didn't really have at the time. And then obviously you need the decals, the Grasshopper 2 re-release decals. They're very similar to the original Grasshopper 2 Super G decals. There's just a couple of the sponsorship decals are slightly different, but it doesn't really matter to me. You can get reproduction decals off MCI Racing, which will be the same, but it's up to yourself whether you want to go that way or not. Genuine Tamiya Grasshopper 2 re-release decals are about £9 as well. So the only other thing you will need to do if you buy a Fighter Buggy RX is you'll need to change the rear shell mount. But it's about £6 for one, and 2 screws hold it on, and it's easily changed over. And once you've done that, the Mad Bull shell slips straight on. That's a Fighter Buggy RX there, if you're not familiar with what one looks like. So I had the shell left over, obviously, from the original Fighter Buggy RX that I bought, and I was going to sell it along with the shocks and the wheels, but I decided to keep it, and then I had to buy another Fighter Buggy RX chassis, and that's that other car there, and that'll be the basis of my next project, but that's for another day. So back to this car. The next item that we need is the suspension, the shocks. So the Super G had the yellow CVA shocks on it, oil filled. So the ones that I got were listed for a Tamiya DT02B, which is a 4-wheel drive off-road buggy. But they fit perfectly onto this car. They're the perfect size, and it was about £20 to £25 for the kit for all the bits and pieces that you need. So the next thing that you will need is the wheels. So original Super G wheels are very, very hard to get, and again very expensive, so don't even go there unless you get lucky and find a set. Luckily, a company called JC Racing does the perfect replicas. If you go onto their website, you'll see them listed as Fox 2-wheel drive wheels. They come in all sorts of different colours, but obviously the Dayglow yellow is the perfect colour for the Super G. They're about £13, so again not a big outlay. And I had to get a new set of rear tyres, and I was able to use the front tyres that came with the Fighter Buggy. As you can see, I did the tyre writing. Just lifts the tyres nicely, makes them look better. So that is the project complete, and it's quite easy to put together, and I think it looks really good. To be honest, I think it looks better than the original Grasshopper chassis. I think this car looks lower and longer and wider, and it just has a more mean stance, a bit more aggressive looking. And I think it's probably a better handling car than the ordinary Grasshopper chassis, because the front mount of the gearbox here doesn't flap about like crazy, like on the Grasshopper chassis. So yeah, that's it finished. I hope you agree it looks good, and I hope you find this video interesting and informative. And I hope I haven't left anything out. If you do have any questions, or you just want to say hi, or you can tell me about something you've done similar, feel free to leave that in the comments. And I guess I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. So until next time, enjoy your RCing, whatever you do, and goodbye.